Why the fuck are we doing a third episode?
Because I just said, do you want to do another one? And then you went, yeah, sure.
Mark
John.
and George.
And Serge.
You actually were like, I was very confused for a second. I was like, oh, I mean, if you didn't want to do one, you could have just said so.
Turn it off. Shut it all down.
Simmer down fast, simmer down.
Great, that was a high school reference of our own high school.
Simmer down.
That's an internet reference.
Is it?
Yeah. It's from the rap battle videos.
Oh, whoa, Jesus.
I honestly, do they still make videos and so on and are actually like followed still?
Rap battle?
Oh, epic rap battles?
Yeah.
No, that was one of the rap battle videos. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know.
Dude, did you ever
know
see-
but I'm not a rapper. You know
Oh,
what
that
I'm
one.
Yeah.
Got it.
It wasn't that video, but it was a similar vein.
Gotcha. There was a very interesting ad campaign that T-Pain did for his album.
It's like that's the wrong ad.
T-Pain did like a rap battle with like Kevin Hart.
Did he really?
Yeah, but it was it was staged obviously. Kevin
Yeah.
Hart has like this thing called Little Chocolate or some shit like that, where that's his stage name for rapping.
Little Chocolate.
It's so stupid, but essentially
Hershey's Kiss.
what they did for that,
Me too.
It's really short.
what they did was essentially they had Kevin Hart saying the most stupid shit. And like a whole posse would just love him to death.
Yeah,
and then T-Pain would actually roll out some fun
Yeah.
stuff, like really cool stuff. And then he would just start making it like weird and gay. And everybody was just like, dude, you don't roll like that. My God, stop, you're bad at this. And that's how they advertised for
Actually-
T-Pain's new album.
Actually, I really
This was a couple of years ago.
I think Kevin Hart gets he gets a reputation for being another like God, this is gonna sound racist, but just another black comedian, you know? Like I feel like he gets a reputation for doing that, and I actually legitimately think he's a pretty funny guy.
He is. There's just there's something very contradictory about when he's like when he's behind the camera, like when he's actually being on like the news or something, versus when he's on his social media stuff. Because on his social media, he just sounds like he's a positive, non-stop, like we can do it. And then when you put him like in an interview situation, he's just. Granted, it's funny, and I think that's the whole point. But it's just a whole bunch of like real shitty things to say, and of course you know it's joking, so you're not gonna actually say that shit. I don't know. It's very interestingly contradictory. It's just interesting to see like the contrast between like the social media stuff versus like interview stuff versus film stuff versus stand-up stuff, because everybody's got their own like different side to them.
You know, it's like at first I didn't realize what you were saying, Greg, about like the black comedian thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's so prolific that even like when you're a white comedian, you have to like make fun of the fact that you are a white comedian sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
but
that happens a lot, actually.
I feel like he puts himself into the trope of just being another Chris Rock kind of thing, and it's.
But does everybody hate him? Because otherwise he's not Chris Rock.
No, everybody hates Chris. He's narrated by Chris Tucker. Chris Rock, excuse me. Jesus. Chris Tucker was not very funny to me.
Who is that?
Chris Tucker was the Rush Hour guy.
Rush Hour.
Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker were the two guys in that movie.
I don't think I've seen that movie since I was like 8 years old.
Rush Hour 1 and 2 were okay. Rush Hour 3 was very meh.
I was more Fast and Furious than I was Rush Hour.
I know the feeling.
There was one outtake that was done in Rush Hour though that was really funny. That they said they were filming Rush Hour 2. They accidentally threw, or not accidentally, but in the movie they threw someone out of a window. So they both look over and down at the person. He's just like, damn, he's not going to be in Rush Hour 3.
I've seen that movie.
This is the poster.
I've seen that movie a long ass time ago.
That's Chris Tucker, the black guy.
Is it sad that I have a better memory of Rush Hour through the movie Be Kind Rewind than I do of actually remembering the movie?
Huh. Did I get this dude's hammer?
Do it. Did you ever watch Fifth Element?
Yeah, that movie was fantastic.
He was the guy who was the announcer.
Yeah, he was. What's his name?
I don't remember his name.
Dude with the crazy hair. And
Yeah.
Super like flamboyant. He was a great actor.
The one with the squeal like no other.
Yeah.
Oh, Every time I rewatch that movie, it hurts my
It
ears.
was, dude. That's such a great movie.
It's a good time.
I need to rewatch it. Maybe call it the sequel.
I'm dead.
I feel like
I think
that guy had like a spiritual sequel in like another film, like the director. Maybe I'm just
maybe
silly.
perhaps. Have you guys seen Dune?
The movie?
Yeah, from like the 1970s.
No, I didn't.
I watched that a couple weeks ago. It is really fucking good.
What?
Is it really?
Really fucking good.
I've heard that was one of the
happens in the
better.
movie?
I've heard that was one of the better like video game movies out there.
Video game movies.
Was it not based on the game?
No, I don't think there is a game.
Doom or Dune?
Dune.
Dune.
Oh!
I heard- yeah, so you confused Marcus.
I thought you were talking about the video game. I was like, what kind of fucking plot
No.
would they have in
La
that?
la la la. We're dumb.
It'd just be a dude mowing through demons with a shotgun
I
for
know.
a couple hours.
I also just realized I went the wrong way.
I'm
I
here
went the
to
wrong
kick
way.
ass and chew bubble gum.
Oh, like, wait.
And I'm all
my
out
God.
of gum.
That was dope.
Speaking of anime. God. Alright.
Nice, dude. Nice.
But no, so do you guys ever plan on reading Bleach?
No.
Probably no.
Never.
Okay. Spoiler for those of you guys who do. What they ended up doing, we were talking about this earlier. What they ended up doing was having the Soul Society being invaded in a full-on assault and being nearly
Oh.
wiped out
That'd be interesting.
by Quincy's. You know how they're all supposed to be dead?
Yes.
They just went away.
Yeah.
They all just went away, and then they came back with a freaking vengeance.
Interesting. Because what's his name? The dude that shot the bow. He was a Quincy,
Yeah,
right?
he was. But he was supposed to be like the last of the Quincy's.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you find out his dad was a Quincy. Then you find out his grandpa was a Quincy.
Real
That
first.
They're all still alive.
That whole Soul City thing.
Oh,
I thought it
shit.
was a cool art. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck, that's so cool.
He just came up out of the nowhere.
Pax, like, so is he gonna be like the main attraction at the next,
Oh, he blew himself up?
what the fuck was that?
He tried to shoot me with his Explody gun, and instead he blew up on him.
Yeah.
So he had to switch to his opposite systems. So the bosses
Does that
in this
actually
game,
do damage to him?
the bosses in this game have weird mechanics. So this one in particular forces you to attack him, his legs, until he falls over. See that bar filling up right there underneath
Yeah.
his health bar?
Okay.
So every boss in this game that I've fought so far has like a gimmick like that,
Yeah.
where you have to like do something to be able to do real damage to them. Or there's another boss later where you have to cut off all its legs, so it can't like use certain attacks anymore.
Interesting.
How do you guys feel about gimmicky bosses? Or do you just feel like you want to go after a boss in any way, shape, or form?
I like in this.
I think
in this
it's
sense,
okay.
I don't
It's
mind it, but because like it's like gimmick, but there's skill involved. It's not just like you're just
Sure.
playing a gimmick.
Or like in Shadow of the Colossus kind of thing.
I think it depends what kind of game it is that you're playing.
Maybe.
If it's a
Also,
game like
he's
this,
supposed
I
to
don't think you can
fucking-
really have
He's
gimmicky
supposed
bosses.
to fall over.
Right, because the whole idea is that like you're using
He's not
skill to overcome
fucking falling over.
the challenges that the game gives to you.
Yeah.
But like in a game like Uncharted or something, I feel like you can only have gimmicky bosses.
Yeah, I get you. Like it'd
Yeah,
feel
it's-
weird to have like a skill-based boss
Yeah.
in like a puzzle game or something.
Exactly. Well, I mean,
Fucking, he's supposed to fall over when the bar fills up. What the fuck?
I also have heard that this game is very glitchy, and it just sometimes stuff just doesn't happen that's supposed to happen.
What, Surge?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and like so I think you were talking about it, Mark. You were about to kill
Oh, here we go. Now
one
he
of the
falls
bosses
over.
that took you like an hour or something, and then you just fell through the ground right before you're about to
No,
kill
that
him.
was not me. I think that was zero punctuation.
It was someone.
That
I
was
don't know.
yeah. That was his ending when he said like, I was about to beat one of the bosses, and then I fell through the floor, and then I turned off the surge forever. That was definitely zero punctuation.
That does sound like a zero punctuation thing to say.
Especially since I'm playing the game right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I don't. I don't think there's any excuse for a game to release with bugs.
Well, bugs that like
Game breaking bugs.
Yeah.
Things that hinder your ability to play the game.
not like small little things that you wouldn't have found unless
Sure.
you're really like
If
tried.
if there's
like
a
an
rock,
open world kind of game.
Yeah. It like
Or like the swing set glitch from what was it, Grand Theft Auto 4? So it was essentially one swing set. If you drove your car onto the swing set and like touched the swing in a certain way, it would launch you across the map.
Oh,
Like
I
one of
know
those
the
things that
one,
it was
yeah.
just like one little tiny speck that you're just like,
yeah.
I would not have thought of driving my car into a park to do this.
Yeah.
But then like the game
And-
releases and that happens and you're just like, well, that's...
And honestly, bugs
That's
like that,
that.
I think, especially in open world games, I think they actually add to the experience.
I
Well,
like
what's-
those.
What was it?
I like bugs like that.
Oh yeah, they're fun. But so like that was the thing. So I was watching Rooster Teeth do some episode 3 years ago or something. It's like Go, where they have to race to do things, and that was one of the missions. It's like, okay, go do that. That's it. Do the glitch.
Yeah,
it took them a half hour. It's not like it's something you can just encounter anywhere.
yeah.
That's what I kind of appreciate with like
There was
little
another
tiny
one
itty bit glitches.
in Red Dead Redemption, where if you stare, like you take cover in a very specific spot in like the starter village.
Oh, is this the bouncing saddle?
No, you take cover in a very specific spot in the starting like area, and then if you like look, like you have to take cover and then aim at like a stable, and if you look in just the right place, you will shoot up into the sky and be falling for like 20 minutes.
That's fun. Well, also they had it that a wagon would just bounce up and down.
Oh, that's just the glitch that happened though.
Yeah.
That was just normal.
Like, you didn't have to do anything. It would just... I remember there was one where, like, if your save got corrupted or something, and you loaded into it, everyone that was riding a horse would be standing up on top of it. Stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that was
like,
good.
those types of bugs.
Wasn't there one that the like humans like ended up taking over the place of horses? Like they just put a human in place and you just be riding humans all day instead of horses?
Oh, I think there are mods that let you do that.
I don't know if that was a mod. It might have been a glitch.
Yeah?
I think so.
I'm not sure.
For Red Dead?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. But speaking of Red Dead, you guys hyped for Red Dead 2?
I never played Red Dead 1.
Really?
It's a fantastic game.
Very
I don't doubt it.
Well,
I love Red Dead.
Red Dead
That's
1
Rockstar,
is
isn't it?
not Red Dead Redemption.
Right.
No, Red Dead Redemption is
Redemption
really
is
good.
really
Yes.
good. Red Dead 1. I did play it.
Yeah?
It was
I
bad.
heard it was okay.
It was, I mean...
It was for like original Xbox, I think.
Yeah. So we were talking about gimmicky bosses. I was just thinking of one. So do you guys ever play Paper Mario 1000 Year Door?
No.
Mark?
No. Wait, yes.
Okay, so there's one boss in the game. The entire time you can just, if you have a strong enough build, you can wail on the bosses, destroy the crap out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I've seen it done. Seven came over to my house last year, and we played through 1000 Year Door, and he made a build. Screw it, the channel knows. She made a build that that essentially made it so she would cause essentially 50 damage in a turn. Now, on average, bosses have about 50 life.
Okay.
This was only endgame, though. Like, you had to
Right.
build up to get there.
Uh-huh.
But it was incredibly, like, holy shit, how did you do that? And
That's
of course,
super OP stuff, yeah.
yeah, so you have to be below 5 health to do it, and if you're at 1 health,
Oh,
you
yeah.
are super lethal.
Is
Oh,
it like-
right, the glass cannon came.
Yes, so
Is it-
if you take 1 damage, you're dead.
It's like the magic heart strats in which Pokemon? There's some Pokemon where like if you give it like some sash or something and then it gets down to like 50 HP points or something, it can do some built up attack which KOs like any Pokemon. In
Oh, is it
Interesting.
not? Is it struggle? Or
it's
is
like
it,
it's like focus sash.
it's
or
like
something
something
like
weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
that. I
about.
think the move is called struggle.
Gotcha.
And like that your Pokemon doesn't do anything, and then as soon as it gets hit, it does like 2 times the damage back. But then, if you have a certain special type of magic card, like a lucky one or something, and then the focus sash is another multiplier, so it turns into like a times 100 multiplier.
Oh my god.
And you can like one hit Elite Four stuff.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
There's some people who are really proud of being able to do like level 1 Pokemon like runs of the
Wait,
entire
what?
game. Yeah, like they get 2 level 1 Pokemon, only run with those 2 the entire time, and will beat the game with it. It is impressive. There's an
How do
actual
you not
strategy.
level up?
I don't know how. I might be a suppression thing. I'm not sure. But before we go on to that, the Paper Mario one. So you can beat any boss with just about as that much damage, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
every boss essentially in every zone has that kind of gimmick. The last one just has its own thing. There's one boss where once you beat it, spoiler alert, play the game, it's a great game, etc. Once you fight him, it takes over your body and you take its place.
Oh,
And it just changes the entire dynamic of that chapter.
that's interesting.
You lose all of your partners, and you're alone.
Yeah, you're a boss.
No, you're not a boss.
Oh.
So essentially, he's a doppelganger kind of guy. So he takes like a shadowy form of you, and then because of the fight, he swapped bodies with you.
Okay.
And it's like it's a super interesting gimmick. Like, and I think it's kind of, at first glance, it's like, what the fuck, really? But like in hindsight, it's really well done. Mm-hmm. Especially like once you like figure out the whole puzzle of what to do, because you can only proceed once you find out the name of the person who stole your body.
Oh. Interesting.
And you'll notice that when you actually try and type in the name, one of the letters is missing. So you have to find the letter in the game.
Okay.
It's one of those things that it's like it's
fourth wall breaking.
A little bit. A little bit.
I appreciate that in games.
Yeah, and like the rest of the game, it's very just like you're beating up on people, but that just was a very nice change of pace. It was no longer let's beat up on shit. It was just like just put that out there.
Well, I always remembered Paper Mario being a very like meta game. Like they broke the fourth wall a lot.
Oh,
like,
sure.
Wasn't there one character who was like, "Hey, person behind the TV screen right now, I bet you know who I am.
Yes.
But don't tell Mario or something." Yeah.
Yes, there absolutely was. You watched the Game Grumps, didn't you?
No, I played the game.
No, they just did that on today's episode.
Did they?
Yeah. They
What the
just
fuck?
did that
Wow.
today.
Coincidence.
Wow.
And I'm not doing this because of Game Grumps. I played this game years and years and years ago when it first came out. And of course I keep playing it because it's a great fucking game.
Yeah, whatever, you hipster.
Speaking of body stealing, you guys hyped for Super Mario Odyssey?
No.
Stealing people's bodies?
That looks funny. I think I'm going to get that.
What do you guys think about the fanfic that Mario is actually like one of those soul gems or whatever, and he's harnessing the power of the hat, and the hat's actually super evil, and it's trying to take over everyone's body.
Oh, I love that idea. Let's do that.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Right? And he's the one that was stopping the hat from taking over everybody, but then someone...
The hat took him over.
Yeah.
What if this is not Super Mario Odyssey, but Super Mario, you're the hat now?
Super Mario, colon, you're the hat now.
Oh my god.
Man, Nintendo's really...
Jeffrey, edit that on
Jeffrey. Dude, we haven't even mentioned that
take
Busted
like-
Justin has taken down a massive mech. Busted
Just
Justin.
really busting all over it. Yeah.
Look, it's on fire! He busted fire on him.
Did it. Let's go. Kill the boss.
You busted all over
That's
that
how
boss.
Justin busts, man.
This was the weapon, by the way, that I used for like half the game.
Oh my
Big,
god, of
like-
course.
Freaking cloud sword.
Well, it's a single rigged like death sword.
If I'm being honest, it looks like you took like a wing off of a small airplane.
Also,
Yeah, I can
like
see that.
most of the attacks don't even hit with the blade. Like that was the back.
Yeah.
Like,
It seems like a lot of these attack
And he, like,
animations
hits with that,
are
and then he finally like kind of
like
cuts
the
with
same thing.
it. Yeah, they are. They're very similar. So like this one, we'll have a different one because it's like a freaking. It's like a pipe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's like the single rigged, which this one and this one will be exactly the same.
Okay.
For their
Oh, because they're both
animations.
single rig.
And this one will be exactly the same
Okay.
because they're both one-handed.
Yeah.
But the twin rigged one is the only one that I don't have yet, or that'll be like different.
I actually
Yes.
think that's a part of Dark Souls that games that try to emulate it don't get right away. Which
Well,
is the
also
different
you have to remember
movesets.
that Dark Souls is extremely like
Yeah.
they put a lot of time,
I mean,
effort, and
Dark
love.
Souls is
It's an in-depth game.
it is the one that spawned this genre of game.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Sure.
it's going to be sort of the leader in just about everything
Look, Greg.
that it does.
I know my soul better than most people. All right, bud.
I really know my soul.
My Dark Souls play is that of a
Mediocre to intermediate player, but
Well, I thought that was a really cool part about it because when you switched to a weapon, you weren't just. It wasn't just the stats that you got and the
It was
stat
stylistic.
It was stylistic. Your character moved around different.
woo!
Like when you got the twin dancer blades or whatever, your character did these like crazy like pirouette type motions, and
A lot of them
it
were
looked
like,
very elegant. and
yeah.
stuff.
Some of them were from like the bosses
Yeah.
themselves,
Yeah, and then you get like this crazy big hammer sword thing.
and you still have
And-
like your animations that you know you need,
Mhm.
like the ones for like every great sword and shit,
Yeah.
which is good because then like you only need to know like is the heavy attack different? What does the charge attack do in this case?
Mm.
And then that would help you like be able to.
It gave some meaning to switching weapons instead of just, oh, well, this one does more damage and is statistically better. But like there were a lot of weapons in Dark Souls that like I would take them and they do like crazy damage, like way more damage than the one I was using. But the one that I was using allowed me to get in like 3 or 4 hits all at the same time. So I'd be doing higher DPS. And that was the cool part about it for me.
Yeah, I agree. And then you get those really cool, unique weapons from some people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
boss souls and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Dark Souls. Yeah, we should play Dark Souls on this channel.
Yeah,
we have a playthrough with.
Really?
We're having Steph play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg, you idiot.
Maybe I'll have to actually check out your guys' channel for once.
Yeah,
I'm still getting used to having to say or saying Steph on here.
Yeah,
I've been saying Seven and Steven
well, now like
for so
everyone
long.
knows now.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so like,
Does she still go by Seven? Like, can I still call her that?
Yeah, if you want.
Some people still do it on the
I like
podcast
Seven.
and so
I think
on.
that's a good.
I came up with that, dude.
I like Seven. It's good.
I came up with that.
Good, man.
I'm taking credit for it. All right.
All right, I think this is a good place to call it.
All right.
All right, thanks
You
for
saw the
joining us
first
on
boss.
Surge.
Hope you guys enjoyed watching me fight that thing.
Mark.
Mark.
You love doing that, don't you?
Yeah, it's my favorite part. Well, second favorite part.
What's your first favorite part?
The beginning.
Oh,
Because we all gotta, be friendly with each other.
It's so nice. And then the episode ends, and then you start abusing me, and I don't understand why.
Hey, I told you not to talk about that. I fell down the stairs, remember?
Jesus.
I'm gonna end the episode now.